Over the weekend, Eminem dropped an album called Kamikaze, with the caption, "Try not to overthink this one," with a middle finger emoji. Don't ask me what that was. Now, in true media style, they of course think about it from the beeped out slurs, to the name drops of shame, and to the closure of D12. It's what they do. But from a fan's point of view, I was curious. When Revival came out, I wasn't a fan. There is probably only 2-3 songs from that album that I listened to on heavy rotation. But other than that, it's not like the past albums where the whole album is on rotation. Kamikaze is a 13-track album which also includes 2 skits on Paul. Remember the good old days and how they did skits? Yeah. The album opens with the song Ring Up, and it has a slim, shady vibe to it that we fans have grown accustomed to, although it admits that everyone's music taste is different. Maybe Stan just isn't your cup of tea. Maybe your cup's full of syrup and lean. And he knows that fans want the controversy that comes with being Eminem. Whether it's true or not about a fan, mailing Eminem saying, "Study, this is what made me love you." I can agree on Eminem on this one. I don't listen to the names he drops on the tracks. I can't stand the songs that these artists have released. I do have loved ones who are fans of those artists mentioned, and I would rather stick bees in my ears than listen to them. Give me an artist that breaks the mold of the clone machine. Guess that's why I prefer the music that was released prior to 2007, because that was the year music stopped being good. Trust me, I have a little theory on that, but that's for a rainy day. As a fan, this is a perfect song to announce to the world that you're back! I'll go see myself out then. Greatest. That's another song that hits you with the slim shady dangs. From my perspective, it feels like that when he gives name drops in his album, sometimes they can be taken the wrong way, and the artists that were mentioned try to diss Eminem back. But Eminem knows that he's the greatest, and regardless of what they say, no one would be able to lyrically destroy the rap god. Featuring Joyner Lucas, the song Lucky You. Lucky You has a so far vibe to it. Started from humble beginning, money was tight, and now look at me. I own all this fancy stuff and rolling the money, but I would much rather prefer the stuff I had before, because at least when you're knocked down, it shows that you made it this far. Lucky You is basically saying, look at you. You were a kid, you got bullied, you had problems coming at him left, right, and center, and now you're the biggest name on the planet. You might not like your name in the headlights, but at least you know your roots and how you choose to make something of yourself instead of the world letting them make something of you. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I got from this song. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, we have a Paul skit. It just like the good ideas where Paul is saying that Eminem shouldn't do this. Normal. This is new. Instead of insulting women like we know Eminem does, normal lyrics show that Eminem's relationship with women are far from perfect. He has the same problems that everyone else does. The women he raps about in his song isn't, by the sounds of it, not the type of woman you bring home to mom. This woman he is rapping about is the one that he wants to show off her rack, even though she's already with the man, and seems like, oh sorry, seems like she'd rather her phone blowing up instead of him touching her. Eminem is trying to admit that he likes to think he's a normal boyfriend material, but he's had enough women toy with his heart that he doesn't know if he should really trust the girl he's dating, or if he should really admit to himself that he's overthinking this relationship. After Normal comes another Paul skit called M Calls Eminem. And it's just 49-second skit where Eminem tells Paul that he's found this guy that tore Eminem to pieces in a review. Stepping Stone is one that takes it way back to D12. This one shows why D12 broke up and that the chapter is closed on D12. As I listen to the song, it's great. It gives fans a nice closure on the band that many listened to and many loved. But the pre-chorus ruined the flow of the rap. It sounded like someone was trying to convert a song from a vinyl, but all it got was whatever that chaos is. And it was trying to be good, and no matter how many times they did the cut of it, they only came up with the cut that turned on the song. Eminem, you should have went back to the pre-chorus. Great song, but the pre-chorus just ruins it. Lyrically, it's fine. I guess it's the track, something on the track, it just sounds horribly bad. Okay, it's just that little part that I don't like, and that's from a fan's perspective. Obviously, it's you, and if you like the track, then that's you. Featuring Royce DR DA59. I'm sorry. Not Alike opens up. It makes you go, are you serious? Really? You're just name dropping stupid things. Is this what a 4-minute 48 song is going to be about? You saying pointless things to fill an album. But then as the rap actually gets into it, you go, ah, I see. That's why they call me the blonde one. Yeah, I get it. Eminem is saying that this is how much we have in common. Reality, the two of you are nothing alike, and zilch in common. When you're listening to the open words of Four, it seems like Eminem is trying to hit back to all the hate that he gotten over the past few years. But then you hear Justin Vernon's verse, and it doesn't make any sense. Don't fall on my face, don't fall on my face. I kinda understand the whole don't fall on my face line, but not the don't fall on my face. Then Eminem hits us with the you wanted shady, you got it. And after the chorus, he brings out Slim Shady, the one that caused a stir amongst everyone. He makes the usual jabs at countless stars, who I don't know, but he also sides with Kathy Griffin and her famous decapitation of Trump. Remember that headline? Then Eminem is also saying that because of rappers like him, rappers who had spent years trying to get their music to the front of the line, the new generation of rappers shouldn't be dissing the ones that paved the way for them. Without those rappers who paved the way for those, we wouldn't have worldwide phenomenon of this genre. The song that shares the album title Kamikaze. Anyone else remember that uncomfortable fack? Well, fack gets mentioned a lot in a lot less uncomfortable way. Kamikaze is Eminem's way of saying, you should have just left me alone. But guess what? I'm coming for you and I'm here to stay. Kamikaze feels like it's trying to push the past mold that our fans are used to, and it's phenomenal! Featuring Jesse Reyes, nice guy flows with normal. If you play these songs back to back, then you get the feeling of what this song is trying to convey. And again, it's where Eminem is trying to portray himself as the normal boyfriend. But then his girlfriend is trying to accuse him of everything, and he knows not everything in the relationship is his fault. And knows that to some extent, she isn't as faithful as she claims. Again, featuring Jesse Reyes, Good Guy is the third song that mentions the unfortunate downs of being in a relationship with Eminem. The 2-minute 22-second song raps about Eminem being played by the girl that he would rather be his forever. But clearly she just jumps laps and does what she can to please the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, and you get my deal, she just goes ring around the rosy. Probably not the right context, but you get what I mean. I tried to keep it clean. Prior to this album release, I didn't know that there was going to be a soundtrack to the Marvel owned but Sony released villain film called Venom! Sorry, I'll turn it down. Eminem released his song from the motion picture. The song is called Venom, the same name as the movie title. I should admit, I'm not too familiar with Venom. I know what fans were showed in Spider-Man 3, and that wasn't the greatest build of a character that comic book fans liked. But the song Venom feels like it would perfectly match the movie. And from what I've seen in the Venom trailer, it isn't the way that Spider-Man 3 portrayed. It's a little darker. Marvel fans, Venom is definitely a great song for a great villain. I would say welcome back Eminem, but technically you didn't leave. You just took a break. Kamikaze is a brilliant album and it shows what fans are used to and what brought us to you. Though, unfortunately, Eminem has admitted that he is trying to shake the image of Shady and it's not quite working. The media may be your critics, your fans may be your critics, but at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, who cares, right? Yeah.